Hey guys, welcome back to another Wicked Wednesdays. Today I have a new tutorial in store for you guys. I recently just received my order of contact lenses in the mail, and if you do follow me on my social media account, you will know what I'm talking about. I went a little overboard, guys. I did have a discount code and contact lenses in Australia are reasonably pricey. So I got these ones from Camo Eyes, which is the brand right there. I think it roughly worked out to almost be about $15 a pair when I paid for it all together, which is a lot cheaper than in Australia because at my local makeup store they are about $40 to $45 a pair, which is a really steep price that I just couldn't justify spending on it. And when I received that, it got my creative juices flowing, and I had these horn prosthetics that I made a little while ago sitting around. And I was like, what could be better than doing a demonic look for you guys with my contact lenses and my horns? So if you'd like to see how that looks, keep watching. So to start off, you're going to want to pop your contact lenses in before you put any makeup on your face, because your chances of getting the contact lenses dirty while putting them in does increase. So I'm just going to pop out and do that now. No, I'm not going to lie, these are really hard to get used to, I find. Once they're in your eyes for a couple of minutes, you don't notice them so much anymore. Getting them in, because I'm not used to it yet, is still a little bit of a struggle. It's just a weird sensation to try and poke something onto your eye, but I'm slowly getting the hang of it. The right one took about half the amount of time as the left one did, just because I've done the right one before, just not the left. Anyway, these are my black contact lenses, but I absolutely love it. These are my first contact lenses. I haven't opened all of them yet, just because they do say to throw away your contact lenses 3 months after they have been opened. So the less time I use them, the longer I'll have them for. Anyway guys, to attach the horns, you will need some witch hazel, Prozaid, and just the trusty cotton tips or an old brush just to apply the Prozaid. Now remember, with Prozaid guys, you need to apply it to your skin and the actual prosthetic for it to stick. So I'm just going to apply some on my forehead, just in the spots where I think I will put the horns, and then on the back of the horns, and let that dry. So now that the Prozaid is dried on both my forehead and the horn, I will just be sticking it on, which I do need a mirror for that. So now that you have their prosthetics attached, if you would like to see how to do that, go back to my last week's video. I show you how to completely make them and attach them. I just could not be bothered wasting 4 minutes of your time showing you how to apply these. So I'll leave a link just here if you'd like to see how it's done. So moving on, I'm just going to start colouring around the edge to blend it into the skin. For that, you will need 99% alcohol and an alcohol activated palette. Of course, if you're not going to use that, just foundation will work perfectly fine. Or if you're planning on doing a full red Satan looking face, just red face paint. So now with a brush and my alcohol activated palette, I'm just going to go around and match my skin tone. To be able to do that, it really just takes a lot of practice. There's no real technique to it. It's just playing around until you match the skin tone to your own. I have a rough idea of how to get mine, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. But if this is your first time, maybe have a practice on the back of your hand or something like that, just to get the idea of what colour you need. And I'm going to apologise, I do need a mirror for this. Also, don't forget to add some pink and redness around where the wound is, just because freshly poked out horns would of course be a very irritated area. So you just want to add some of some pink or some red just around that area to make it seem a little irritated. So once you're done colouring the horns, I'm going to get into a little bit of contouring and darkening of the eyes. So for this you will just want some, either if you have a contour kit, perfect. If not, just eyeshadow, that is what I'm going to be using. just to darken my eyes and just go in and add a little bit of shading to my face. So now I'm just going to go in with a brown, kind of a medium to dark brown, and just go under my eyes and kind of around just to make them look a little bit red and raw. So now you just want to go in and contour your cheekbones to make it look like you have a real gaunt appearance, just to make it look like you are sick and unwell, so don't forget to do that to both sides of your face. So next up, I'm just going in and adding some colour to my laugh lines just to give me a more menacing look, and then I'm just going in with some black and colouring in my lips. So now I'm just going in with some teeth lacquer. I'm using the green zombie colour, and I'm just going to do one coat of that. And just remember guys, if you haven't used that yet, you need to completely dry your teeth before applying it and leaving your mouth open until the lacquer sets before closing your mouth. And then after that, I'm just going in with a second coat of black just to give it that more grungy look. Next I'm going in with just some fake blood and applying it around the whole prosthetic just to make it look like the wounds have been bleeding. Now I'm just going in with a fine paint brush and some of the blood and just going around the base of the horns just so it looks like a fresh wound. So there you go guys, that is pretty much the finished look. For one last little add-on, if you wanted to just make a really nice quick effect, you could always use the mouth blood, which I will show you what it looks like now. There you are guys, that is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial as much as I did doing it for you. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and don't forget to leave any other suggestions for tutorials you'd like to see me do in the comment section below. I'll see you next week. Bye! Guess who's back? Back again. Satan's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?